All right. So we have some interesting news in regards to a coaching search. Now, it's not the defensive coordinator spot that has been filled by Robert Sala, but rather DB's coach. And the San Francisco 49ers are reportedly going to be interviewing former three-time Pro Bowler DeAngelo Hall for that position. His introduction into coaching started in 2023 with the Carolina Panthers as the assistant defensive backs coach, which he was for 2 seasons. Sounds like they are having a parting of ways, so that makes him available. This guy was a former first round draft pick, eighth overall in the 2024 draft out of Virginia Tech. I'm sure many of you remember DeAngelo Hall as a player. He was one of the best cornerbacks in the league in his time, and he really had a ton of success. Um, so, uh, I like this. I mean, obviously, I'm not really familiar with him as a coach, but when you look at his career, that started in 2014 and he lasted in the league until 2017, with some carryover on Kyle Shanahan's roster when he was with the Washington Commanders. Um, Obviously, they know what type of player he is. They know what type of leader he is, and they like that fit there. So I think that's a pretty cool addition if it happens. I mean, he had a lot of juice as a player. I think um, a lot of people remember him. If I'm not mistaken, he was a on that Hard Knocks episode against DeAndre Hopkins, but uh, that was later on in his career. But he had a pretty strong career, all things considered, for really how long he played in the league. So I'm that's pretty cool if you ask me. A guy with over 800 career tackles, 43 interceptions, 10 defensive touchdowns. You bring that juice onto the San Francisco 49ers staff. I think that's a pretty cool scenario. The 49ers have had former players in that DB room. I think 2 seasons ago they had Deshaun Goldson, 49ers legend at safety, a part of the coaching staff. I think last year he was coaching with the Chargers with Jim Harbaugh. But if the 49ers can bring DeAngelo Hall in, I think this is a pretty solid move. Again, with or not D'Amico, excuse me, Robert Sala leading the charge as defensive coordinator. Um, I'm always for former players who move into coaching. Again, it's not a foregone conclusion that just because you were a former player and played at a high level means you're a good coach. I think it requires you have to be a teacher, you have to be someone who understands development and how to bring that out of people, and because there are so many different things that come along with that. But yeah, man, this guy was a player back in the day. I remember watching him quite a bit. So hey, if he can come in and be an asset to the San Francisco 49ers, I think that's a pretty solid addition. Now we'll see if and when this does come to fruition. He's only 41 years old. But I want to hear what you guys think about this. Do you think this would be a good addition to the staff? Do you think DeAngelo Hall would be a fit here? And again, like I said, obviously had some carryover in playing for Kyle Shanahan when he was with Washington. So Kyle knows who he is. Clearly, he's been in the same locker room with him. But you guys let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.